So you've been interested in the real estate business, maybe about being an investor, maybe about being an agent, maybe just something else. You've got this inspiration, this spark about real estate, and you don't know how to actually incorporate that into your life. How do you profit off of it? How do you make real estate work for you the way it's worked for millions of other people in the past? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 5 ways to get into the real estate business, some of which are part-time, in which you don't have to quit your day job, some of which would launch a brand new career or business in the real estate industry. So stick around. Hey everyone, it's Steve here. I am bringing you a video today about 5 ways to get into the real estate business or industry. And some of these you probably know of, but some might be new to you. I started my real estate journey almost 20 years ago now, and I first got that spark regarding real estate investing. I wanted to be an investor, and I wanted to profit off of owning properties or managing properties, flipping them, fixing them up, and reselling them. And I had a lot of mentors back in those days who had done this year after year, and they shared a lot of their tips with me, both digitally mentors and in-person real life mentors as well. So I want to share some information that I've learned in almost 20 years in the real estate business myself. The first way that you could get into the real estate business, if you are wondering how can I work this into my everyday life, would be to go to work for a property management company. Now you could do this part-time if you wanted, or you could do this full-time as well. And the great thing about property management is that there are a ton of different options out there for you to break into that business. The first way would be for you to be a leasing agent with one of those big companies. This would basically be showing people properties either in an apartment complex or maybe across multiple apartment complexes, or it could be single family homes or duplexes, triplexes, quads, etc. So a lot of different companies will have leasing agreements with owners of buildings, and you could be the one showing those properties. If they go ahead and sign a lease after you've shown them a property, you usually get a bonus on top of whatever your regular pay would be for that company. So that'd be a nice way to break into the industry without having to sacrifice a ton of time, as long as the company you work for is not requiring that you be there full-time 40 hours a week. Now, there are also different types of property management companies out there and different services that they offer. Most homeowners associations have a property management company on the back end, helping them fulfill either paperwork or admin duties. Townhomes, condominiums, and even some single-family home developments that have an HOA, they will have a property management company doing all of the paperwork in the background. So you could go and work for one of those, and you could learn a lot of different things about the business of real estate, both financially and how things actually function in the real world, rather than just sitting there watching videos like this one. Property management companies often utilize maintenance companies, or they have an in-house maintenance staff. So that would be another way for you to offer your services or skills if you have some handyman abilities to you. Option number 2 to break into the real estate industry would be to go to work for a title company or a mortgage company. Again, this offers a wide range of services that you could actually get into. And for title, you could be full-time, you could be a closer, you could be an admin support staff, you could go and be doing plat drawings for the title company, or just simply helping admin support. There's a lot of different things in the title industry that people don't realize go on in the background of a real estate transaction. The same thing could be true about the lending industry and the mortgage industry. So yes, you could become a loan officer, and that is a business that you could be either full-time or part-time. It's similar to being a real estate agent, in that a lot of times you are not required to bring in a certain amount of money because you are mostly a 1099 contractor instead of a W-2 employee like most 9-to-5 jobs. Along with being a loan officer, there are a lot of different support staff that are involved in the mortgage business as well. You could be what's called a loan processor, which helps the loan officer on the back end. They're kind of like a paralegal for a loan officer. You could also be in that loan officer's closing department, which helps get the file across the finish line and get it closed. Or you could be running social media or other advertising and marketing for that loan officer or that loan company. So there are a lot of different options in both title and loans, which you could break into either part-time or full-time as you learn the business. Option number 3 to get into the real estate industry would be to become an inspector or an appraiser. Home inspectors have a wide range of skills. They obviously have a little bit of education about systems in the homes. This is including everything from HVAC to gutters, to foundations, to electrical, plumbing, and general carpentry. So if you are a handy person already, this may be an easy way for you to transition and get your home inspecting certifications in your state, and then be helping people as they purchase their first home. Meanwhile, you're gaining skills and experience that can help you on your real estate journey long term. Same thing could be said for appraisers. Now, appraisers don't dabble too much in the actual systems of the property. They're more looking at the data associated with the valuation of the property. They do need to have some information about the home itself and if everything's in working order, but they don't need to be as thorough or crazy as a home inspector is. So that's a great option for somebody that likes crunching numbers, who can also go out, take some pictures and measurements of the property, and then compile your report for the lending institution on the back end. Again, both of these could be either part-time or full-time. You could go into business for yourself, being a home inspector. Most appraisal companies do require you to be with them because there's not a lot of independent appraisers out there that are doing a lot of business. But it is something, if you wanted, you could be an independent appraiser and be hired by homeowners who are looking for a professional evaluation of their home. Fourth way that you could break into the real estate industry is to become a bird dog for an investor, or you could become a social media or marketing manager for a real estate agent or a real estate company. And again, these are ways that you could break into the industry part-time and work on your own schedule, or you could become the full-time marketing person or the full-time lead source for a home investor or a real estate agent. These are really great ways to learn the business without having to spend a lot of money, but invest some of your time in learning what goes on to actually get clients or get leads for either one of these professionals. A lot of folks in the past have had real estate investors or agents as kind of a mentor before they become a full-time investor or a full-time realtor themselves. And so this could be getting your foot in the door to become a full-time professional yourself, as long as you're learning from someone who's willing to teach you and share a lot of the information that some people simply don't want to share. And lastly, yes, we saved the best for last. The fifth and final, and I think the best way to get into the real estate industry is to become a realtor or become a real estate agent yourself. That is the path that I chose almost 20 years ago when I got the bug for getting into real estate. I figured I could help other people with their transactions. I could learn the market. I could learn all about homes. I could get into it by earning some money, helping other people, and then be able to get a lot of good deals myself once I had enough capital built up. And that's exactly what I've done over the years, is I have helped so many people buy and sell real estate, over 400 to this day. And it has gained me so much knowledge. When I think back to my first couple of transactions and my first walkthroughs of property, I had no idea what I was doing. And you may be in that same situation. You may not have bought a home yourself or ever owned a house or ever sold a house, and that's okay. Everybody has to start from somewhere. Don't be embarrassed about going to ask someone for help or for advice. Most of us who have been in the business a while actually love helping out other new people, as long as you as the new person are taking our advice to heart and not just wasting our time. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, go ahead and leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more information about financial freedom and building wealth. And I'm gonna go back to my walk here. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.